welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, y'all, it feels so good to be back in front of the camera. You know, the red wig is back. You know what I'm saying? This is the real Myla Irene. You know, when you see the red wig, just know that's the real one. Yes, y'all, I'm back. Okay, a little rundown of what's going on with me right now. I just moved into my new place. I just started a new job. Life has been lifing since February. Since I moved out of my place in February, baby, February from all the way to August was just bad. I was getting beat up by life, okay? That had hands. But, you know, things have turned around for me. All praise be to God. Amen. All right, let's go ahead and get into Baddies Caribbean. Now, I just don't know why they had so many replacements this season. I'm just so confused about that because why? This is only gonna be part one, y'all. This is all I had enough time to do.
I'll do the best I can, but when I got
Okay, so it might not be, I might not be doing a review on part 2 and 3. I don't know yet. All the ladies arrive at the studio. Bobby and Natalie are talking about the ET situation and the Tommy and Natalie situation. Natalie says Tommy owes her an apology, and if she doesn't get one, she's going to ask her to square up. Anyway, Anna, Tasiki, Biggie, and Mariah are all talking, and Anna says she only came to fight Nunu. Tasiki says she knows who's on her plate. And we knew who she was talking about that because Diamond was when I tell y'all Diamond was on Instagram and Twitter, wherever she was at, talking big shit.
Trashiki, you've been waiting for this moment. I'm glad the fans could see that you was a boring ass bitch. You have no personality. Without this, you would be nothing. This reunion would have nothing to do with you. You wouldn't even be invited to the reunion. I'm giving you a storyline. You wanted a storyline? Well, here it goes. Your boring ass needed something to do. So guess what? I'm going to give you something to do. You talking about you eat? Well, you're mad at me saying I'm a clout chaser? Well, bitch, I'd rather be a clout chaser than a dick rider who rode her sister dick to get the fame that you got.
I mean, she started talking about Krishan's son. She was like, ain't nobody scared of this. Like, she just was talking big shit. But I do have respect for Diamond because after that situation, she came out and said, like, I do stuff for clout. She was like, I really don't have no problem with these girls, but we have to spice up the show. I'm trying to make sure that we're giving the people a show.
Siki really made me realize with this whole situation that this character that I'm playing is not me. It's not me. And, you know, if people gonna hate me, I want y'all to hate me because of who I really am. You know what I'm saying? I don't want motherfuckers to just hate me because of this person that I pretend to be on TV. I don't want nobody to hate me because they think, oh, she do too much, she's a clout chaser. I really don't. Like, I'm just doing this for TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not like that.
She was about to quit reality TV for a minute, but she ended up apologizing to Tasiki and they made up. So, at least that situation is cleared up. But Diamond, you can't be doing that. Like, and my thing is, if you are going to do that, at least, like, let some of the cast know, like, I'm not going to lie, y'all. I like y'all cool, but I am going to be stirring up stuff this season because we need to have a good season. You was coming like you were serious about the beef, girl. So, I mean, I don't know what you expected. And Diamond's a Gemini. Geminis will always have a little tiny piece of my heart because I grew up being close to a lot of Gemini females. And then my birthday is on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. So I have a little, you know, something in my heart for Geminis because I know who y'all really are. A lot of people don't, but I know who Geminis really are. But y'all be on that bullshit sometimes. And that's what be getting y'all fucked up. Heaven, J.O. and what's her name? I'm sorry, I really cannot remember her name, but I'm going to put it in here. They're talking about how they felt like they should have been a part of the season. And I get that because honestly, they only let them dip in and dip out. You know, they didn't get to even stay that long. And that's my point. Like, at this point, y'all shouldn't have even called them replacements. Y'all should have just marketed them as extra cast members. They could have been like a part of their own house. I don't know, but they could have did something with them rather than just kicking them out. Gretchen, Callie, Kiva, and Nunu are talking, and Callie says that she's standing on boundaries and respect, and Kiva says she'll slam somebody. I was cracking up at that scene. Natalie, Rolly, Scotty, Asian, and Sapphire are talking, and Natalie says a lot of the girls are looking for their viral moment at this reunion. They mentioned Diamond the Body and how she does stuff for clout. Our guest host is Saucy Santana, and him and Janisha are talking, and Saucy says it's a lot of girls this season, and he's excited for this reunion. So one thing I can say, because a lot of the girls didn't like Saucy Santana hosting, but my thing is, we kind of do want a host that's been tuned into the show all season. Like, was that the last reunion where it was Nene? I think, like, Nene didn't really know what was going on, and you could only be such a good host if you don't really know what's going on for real. And it's like, at least Saucy watched the season. He knows what's going on. So his questions are warranted. And his questions are what the viewers want to ask. Scotty is the first girl besides Natalie to come on stage. And Janisha introduces her. And Scotty says, don't forget with the body. She was definitely being petty towards Janisha. And it's kind of weird considering that you took her man. Like, allegedly. You should not feel no type of way towards Janisha because you took her man. You know, points were made. She should probably feel some type of way towards you. She should really be whooping your ass. But she's a graceful, beautiful woman, and she don't want to do you like that. Y'all know I like Scotty, so like nothing that I'm saying is bad. But I'm very non-biased. Just because I like you doesn't mean that I won't call you out if I feel like that's a little weird. Scotty asked J-Lo why she confronted Gretchen for saying the N-word and not Mariah. J-Lo addresses Mariah and tells her that it's not cool to say the N-word. So since I didn't review the whole season, I'm going to put how I feel about the N-word stuff. In my opinion, the Gretchen thing is, okay, she's Puerto Rican. As she stated, her grandfather is black. Clearly, she probably messes with black men. There's probably some sort of African ancestry in her blood. Let me look this up, y'all. Hey, Siri.
Evening.
What are Puerto Ricans mixed with?
A recent study of DNA in a census-based sample of 642 Puerto Rican individuals demonstrated that almost all modern Puerto Ricans are admixed descendants of the three ancestral populations: Tines, Europeans, and Africans.
They do clearly have some African ancestry in them, and I understand that, but me personally, going through me being a black African-American woman, I don't like her saying the N-word. I don't. I feel like if you're not black, if you have not dealt with what we have dealt with as black Americans, I don't think you should be saying the N-word. Like, that's just my opinion. I know people feel like nobody should be saying it. No, if we can't, like, I hate to say it, but like, that's the word that we took back from the original word with the hard R. That, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that that's where we took that from. We made it our own little jazz, you know. And I just feel like if you are going into a room filled with black women and they're telling you that they're uncomfortable with you saying this word, because she was sitting up there saying the N-word a lot. I got to put the clip in here because Jayla had me rolling.
She said never talked about her. No, nigga, I don't even know this bitch. All I'm hearing is nigga this, nigga that, nigga. You can't just be up in here saying nigga like this.
She said, you just can't be in here saying nigga like that. Because she was just saying it so much. You're on a black platform at that. And you think that it's okay to sit here and say that after people have addressed you and told you they don't feel comfortable with you saying that? And then, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with them jumping her, you know, and I don't think Gretchen has bad intentions with saying the N-word. It's not like she said the hard R. Bianca comes out and they play the clip of her fighting Sapphire. Bianca says she only came on the show to stand on business for Mariah because she was texting her while they were in Jamaica saying that all the girls were turning on her. Sapphire is confused because her and Mariah made up after that. They put Bianca and Mariah's text messages on the screen and Mariah says they are fake. Bianca jumps out of her seat and runs up on Mariah. So with the Bianca and Mariah situation, I just feel like y'all both got y'all parts in it, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of lean more towards Bianca because Bianca really did come on the show to stand on business for you. And I doubt she would have ran up on Sapphire if you let it be known clearly that you don't have a problem with Sapphire no more. They fight again and Mariah's eye is bleeding. Mariah starts going off on production and she leaves the reunion. So her eye was super messed up because of Bianca. And she was like, get the camera out of my face. And they wouldn't. And then Mariah was like, I'm just going to leave. So she left. Bianca explains that her and Mariah had a bad falling out and they always get back cool because of Cardi and Remy. Her only purpose was to come on the show to defend Mariah. She also says she doesn't have a problem with Sapphire. We see the clip of Callie and Natalie fighting and we see Mariah swing on Callie and Saucy says she's an effing follower. I just peeked that part because I always have to rewatch it twice to fill it out. I did not realize he said that to the second time. I said, he's messy. Natalie and Callie addressed their issue. Natalie felt some type of way that Callie was calling her old and wanted her position. Their beef was so stupid. I keep saying that every time. It was just dumb. Biggie chimes in and says that she felt some type of way about when Natalie and Jayla was laughing at her live. Natalie apologized to Biggie about the live video. Jayla says that Biggie chose her to pick a fight with. I can see both sides of the situation. I can see both sides because if you really watch the clip, Natalie was the one being messy.
Rolly and Biggie fought. Who won? I don't know. I didn't really get to see that good. You saw it. I don't think I really saw it that good. You was being messy. No, you was being messy because I just left it as a blanket statement. I just tried to keep it cute.
Jayla really tried to play it off, and that was like, you know who won the fight, and laughed, and then they both laughed. So I get it. I get where Biggie was coming from too, because it's like, you know, Natalie, you are their boss, you know what I'm saying? And then this is your best friend. So I got my boss and her best friend on live laughing at me after a fight. So yeah, anybody would feel some type of way about that. But I really do think Biggie targeted Jayla because why you didn't have that much smoke for Natalie? Oh, you didn't because that's your boss. You're going to have smoke with Jayla, and it's also going to be a good storyline. She plays victim a lot, and that's something that I don't like about Biggie. When Biggie is being funny, when she's being cool, I like her cracking jokes and stuff like that. But when she starts being a follower and starts playing victim, and I just don't like that. I really, really don't like that part about Biggie. And I'm starting to feel like Virgo women are fake. I was close to Virgos growing up, and it was giving fake. Very much fake. So I don't know. Don't come for me, Virgo women. They introduced Tommy to come out. Behind the stage, Bobby is telling them to do last touches on Tommy, and she says, get this extra on. Tommy hits Bobby 3 times and tells him to stop playing with her. She just started digging. I'm like, Tommy, why is you putting your hands on that man? I'm like, oh my God. The crowd is cheering for Tommy. She comes out saying that she hates a fake friend. I'm guessing she was talking about Bobby because her and Bobby fell out after the reunion. Tommy walks up to Natalie and hugs her, and they make up. They play the scene of Tommy coming in on a horse. Hey man, that scene of Tommy coming in on that horse took me out. I said, who in their right mind thought, yeah, when I come on this scene, I'm gonna get a horse and I'm gonna come in with the horse? What? She's fried. They bring out Slim and Tinkerbella. Tinka tells Meatball to come on. Right before that, Tommy swings on Bobby. Tinka and Meatball go 2 rounds. Slim and Meatball fight, which was random to me because I didn't know they had beef. Now that I'm thinking about it, I slightly remember them going back and forth on Instagram, but I didn't know it was that deep to where they was gonna fight at the reunion. I was like, Jayla and Meatball fight, which I know the reason, but I don't like how Jayla waited until Meatball had already fought. But we don't know. Maybe Meatball said something to her that made her square up. Who knows? But my thing is, before Tinkerbella and Slim came out, Meatball was already sitting on the stage with them. Why didn't Jayla ask for her fade then? I don't know. I just didn't like that. And, you know, stuff is edited. It's certain stuff that happens on the show that we don't see. So, I mean, I really don't know. And I like Jayla. I'm not a Jayla hater. Actually, Jayla was actually my favorite on her season. And I love her in general. Like, she reminds me of my best friend a little bit. She's Capricorn. So, she reminds me of my best friend. But I just didn't like that she waited. All right, so my end notes for part 1 of the reunion. Y'all know I love Scotty, but I definitely think she was being petty towards Janisha when she introduced her. I really don't know who to believe between Mariah and Bianca. I can definitely see Mariah making up with Sapphire and still low-key feeling some type of way and venting to Bianca about it. And I can see Bianca trying to use that as her way to have a storyline. Jayla had a problem with Meatball because in the interview, Meatball said she would win if they ever fought. And one thing about Jayla, she's going to make you stand on whatever you say. I was actually surprised that Tommy and Natalie made up because they had major beef. Like, Tommy was talking about her kid, talking about her marriage. And it was getting bad. So I was shocked that they made up. The first part of the reunion was actually pretty good. I feel like we got to see a lot and they didn't spend so much time on showing us the ladies getting ready for the reunion. Because baby, in early Zeus, we used to get 30 minutes up looking at all the girls getting ready. And then we would get about 15 minutes of the reunion. Shout out to the Zeus editing team, honey, because I'm so glad all we got was boom, 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 and then it was the reunion. Thank God. But all right, y'all, that was it for this YouTube video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Bye, YouTube.
Fight! Fight!
Yalla, assalamu alaikum.